Hi, my name is Dr. Lee from Integrative Solutions for an Ankle. Today we're going to talk about one of the most common diseases for an ankle. It's called bunion. It's a very serious problem for the foot and ankle areas, and it is a most commonly addressed problem by foot and ankle doctors, whether it may be surgically or non-surgically. So today we want to discuss why you have it, how you get it, and what you can do to fix it. Here, just to be able to explain the causality or the cause of the bunion for you guys. It's going to be your ankle joint. This is the back of the heel, and this is the middle part of your foot, also known as the midfoot, and this is the front of the foot. Bunion, like I said, is a problem with the big toe. How do you get this problem right here? Number one, there has to be problems starting from right here, the back of the heels. If you start to have abnormal movements in the back of the heels like this, it has to go and be compensated in elsewhere in the foot. But where? The middle part of the foot, which is also known as the midfoot, has to compensate for it. The overworking midfoot eventually gives out, which means this midfoot area is going to start to have abnormal movement. So if this one is not moving as well, and this one is not moving as well, then where does it go next? Next one is going to be your big toe joint. Your big toe joint is going to be the third line of defense for lack of the movements. Right here is going to be where the next stressors or the next line of defense will be. So this has to work overtime to compensate for lack of movement right here and also in right here. This one is known to give movements by moving up and down like this. So this is how it gives out movements. And this one right here, right in this joint, gives out movement by going side by side. So eventually, because the side by side motion is going to be so drastic and so much, eventually the bone is going to start to shift this way to be able to make this movement easier. It tends to get stuck in this area with this joint motion. Not only that, because there are going to be abnormal pulling of the muscles from coming from here to here, here to here, here to here, it will be also contracting muscles in this fashion. There are usually two small bones right here, it's called sesamoid bones, which is going to be supportive of your big toe function. The small two sesamoid bones start to deviate or move toward the outside of the body. It also further enhances this portion of your toes being in this way. The culprit of the bunion problem is usually coming from the back of the heel, not moving well. Eventually will lead to if this one giving out, creating more burden to this side and also to this side. So in order to be able to fully and then completely correct the bunion problems, you have to address not only on the big toe area, but your entire foot. Like I said, bunion is combination problem in the back of the foot, middle of the foot, and the front of the foot. It is very important to address every single aspect of the bunion problem, which is going to be your entire foot. Also, if there's any structural problems above your foot, which is going to be your ankle, your leg, or your knees due to your foot problem, they also must be corrected. We do fix the bunion problem by providing a surgical solution. By that I mean people do have surgeries to this area to fix bunion problem, and that may be very viable solutions, especially if the bunion itself is severe enough and then prolonged enough with all the arthritis. So orthotic is another way we can fix the bunion. So orthotic looks like this. It looks like this, and then it goes between your foot and then your shoes. So you think of orthotic as glasses for your bad eyes, but for your foot. What it should supposed to do, especially with a prescribed orthotic that has been made and casted by doctor, there should be enough support on the back of the heel and also in the middle part of the foot so that there will be less stress on this part. So if there's a correction of the movement on this area as well as on this area, so the bunion should start to come down a bit, so that there won't be as much of a bunion bump because all the biomechanical problem or the root of the problem has been fixed. Another way that we can also fix your bunion problem is by giving you injection. So if you are having a lot of pains, especially wearing shoes because you have a bump right here, A lot of people do opt for getting a small amount of steroid injection on this area. The little bit of inflammation right here can be reduced or managed by giving injection once or twice. Another viable treatment for your bunion problem is to provide joint alignment. Your bunion problem is going to be a series of biomechanical dysfunction in this big toe joint as well as your midfoot and the back of the foot also. If you are having bunion problem in this area, you have to restore proper biomechanics on this area. Also address this area and this area by restoring proper alignment on this. There are structures such as ankle, legs, and the knees, and the lower back also. Those also have compensated for this bunion problem right here. You also have to look at elsewhere in the body to see if any of the areas are affected, and you have to treat them properly in order to treat this and to prevent from further occurrences. So today we talked about the reasons how you can get bunion and why you may have it and how we can fix it. But there are a lot of things that are involving for this little toe joint right here. As we have spoken, there are problems right here and right here and also right here that can give you problems in this bunion area. If you do have prolonged problem on your entire foot, your legs, your knees or your thighs can also compensate for abnormal functions in the foot. So it is very important to approach this problem for the bunion with overall body approach. Your foot problem is more than a foot problem. Your foot pain is more than a foot pain. Your proper and healthy toe health, or your big toe health in this case, is going to bring you greater body health. Thank you very much for listening, and if you liked it, please click subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care, be well, bye bye.